joining us this afternoon. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and today is Monday, the 27th of April, and it seems like summer here. It's been hot. We've been way over 90. I bet it's warmer here than where you're at, Bob.
Well, I gotta tell you, it's 93, so...
Well, we're the same temperature. It's the same temperature everywhere.
You know, I'll tell you something, they are messing with the weather.
Yes, they are.
And they're swining us to death.
Yes. And anyway, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And those are going to be some of the topics today. So give us a call at 800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs. And, folks, things haven't changed. And it's certainly time to load up on your gold and silver coins. And if you have any questions regarding your gold and silver coins and portfolios, you can email us at discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And you can also use that for... That's right, questions for the program. Discount Gold and Silver @yahoo.com. Discount Gold and Silver @yahoo.com. And let's see. You can listen to the archives on the program at discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. Discountgoldandsilvertrading.net for the archives of the program. So I guess you can listen to them live there also. But with that, you know, it just makes you angry. Because I was up very early today and watched gold trade, and it was up a lot higher than it is right now. In fact, we're currently trading down $7.20 today at 906.80. We have silver down 4 pennies at 12.87. We have platinum down 32 at 11.53, and palladium is trading at 2.29. And we have, they brought the dollar back from last week. So anyway, we got Robert Chapman joining us from the International Forecaster. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon again.
And again.
Well,
yes.
We saw the market rigged again, typical Monday. They had the Dow down 170 points, and they showed pictures of pigs all day. And as soon as the current day programming, not the early program, but the current day program on CNBC, first thing out of their mouths, well, the markets are going to go down because of the flu epidemic, which it's not an epidemic. 100 people die every day of the flu in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And so 100 are dying, big deal. They took the market back from a minus 170, 165, and it looks like it's going to be off about 50 points, 51 points on the day. And you could see it developing about an hour before the COMEX opening, which is an hour before the stock market opening. We saw a pretty level market in bonds today. If anything, they traded up a little bit. The 10-year is very close to breaking down on a technical basis, 200-day moving average, and if it does, that's going to cause some real problems in the bond market. 305 is the yield on the 10-year, and its current yield is 292. And if the yield goes over 305, it'll be a breakdown. And that's happening because the municipalities and with their municipal bonds and, of course, the U.S. government are crowding people out of the market who want to borrow money, and it's causing them to have to pay up to get funds, and that's being reflected in the entire market. So it's not good for the markets in general, having difficulty raising money, especially for municipalities and government and AAA-rated firms. We've got this, quote, panic going on. The airplanes are running around empty, and the airports are almost bereft of people. It's absolutely stupid. I mean, what we're seeing is a epidemic that was hatched at Fort Detrick. I mean, they've had this flu vaccine since the 70s, and the reason we know that is that the CIA used it in 1971 to kill the pig population in Cuba. It was part of their actions against Fidel Castro. And they've been experimenting with this stuff for years. You can't put 4 mutated strains together unless you're in a laboratory. And, how does it occur all over the world once? It's called chemtrails. Pretty simple. And what is it? It's a trial run.
Yep.
They want to get people used to a government saying, you can't go to school, you can't go to the opera, you can't go to the soccer game, or whatever. You can't be around people. It's crowd control. They want to see how people are going to react. Of course, Tamiflu, which is the magic elixir which causes all kinds of other problems in your body, is in a company that is run or was run by Rumsfeld, who used to be our Secretary of Defense. And so, where the profits are going. And he's already made piles of money off of it. And quite frankly, it doesn't work, and I wouldn't take it, at all. And the people are also additionally in New York City freaked out because they had some low-flying military planes over the city. I guess low-flying is probably 4,000 or 5,000 feet, and from the photos that I saw. And so everybody in New York is freaked out. That's to go along with the program. But it's a diversion. And they want to take your mind off of all of the other terrible things that they're doing that are out there. And that is the collapse of the economy, the collapse of the financial system, which they engineered. And, of course, all those problems are being fixed by the same criminals who did them in the first place, and a few new criminals. And so that's my take on the whole thing. Yes, a couple of 100 people have died in Mexico City, a couple of 100 people over the last 4 days, which is perhaps 25, 50 people a day. It's normal. People die. I mean, you don't like to think it's going to be you. Could be. But everybody gets the flu. Most people get heart attacks. Most people get cancer. Come on. Look at it, from what it is. But we do know this. It's the United States government that's doing it. And I've got some, for Wednesday's issue, I've got some great stuff in there about the history of this. And also one of the other commentators on a rival show has some great information on it. He's been looking into it for a couple of years. And so by the time the next 4 or 5 days are over, everybody in the world is going to know who did it and why they did it. I mean, these people who run the United States government from behind the scenes in the major governments of the world are just totally evil. They don't care how many people they kill. Don't care one bit. I mean, 3,000 people in the towers in New York. I mean, that's like a non-event to them. They have wars that kill hundreds of millions of people. They want to get rid of people. They think there's too many people on the planet. So that's the whole take on the thing. Anyway, they suppressed all of the commodities, gold and silver. I mean, when we started taking prices at $3.30, they had oil down to $49, up $2.55. It came back during the day. At the same time, gold was about even, and they leaned on it all day long. it's not going to do them any good because it's going to come right back again. And it just gives people who would like to buy a chance to buy a little less expensively. And so, again, it was a typical Monday. You live in a country that has a corporatist, fascist government. Get used to it. If you don't like it, leave to some country that doesn't have that kind of government. There are a few of them. And Europe is just as bad. I mean, I couldn't believe that they told everybody not to go to the United States and Mexico. That's crazy. Ridiculous.